is entitled Urbanizing Watershed, What Lesson Dhaka Offers to Face Challenges. Presenter Dr. Sara Nowreen, Assistant Professor at Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. Please, Dr. Nowreen.
Thank you. Can you see my presentation? Can you see my presentation?
Yes, I see your. We see your presentation, but you should set it as slide. Exactly, slideshow. Thank you.
Okay then. Okay.
10
thank
minutes,
you.
please.
Yes, of course. Please remind me when I'm already near 10 minutes. Thanks. Okay, well, let me welcome you all today to the first presentation on this delegate participants one. The work we have done is on the urbanizing watershed and what lessons Dhaka, that's the capital of Bangladesh, is going to offer and what challenges they face just because by ignoring watershed. That's the whole idea of the paperwork. So this is me, Dr. Sara. I'm an assistant professor, the way she says, in the Institute of Water and Flood Management. And I'm based in Bangladesh University of Engineering Technology, BUET. And here are my co-authors, all are my students. So the thing is, so far you have heard so many things from the mountainous and ecosystems related stuffs. And this is, I must say, it's like more or less same when you consider things in a watershed concept. So we are on the downstream, as you can see, that Bangladesh is on the downstream. So we obviously, the things is obvious for a downstream watershed is the flood. So we have two big rivers, which are really huge. And that's, you maybe already know, most of you guys, that's the Brahmaputra ones and the Ganges one. And we call it GBM basin, and the green colored is the Meghna basin shed. The reason I'm explaining the watershed is that when a city actually grows, it ignores so many ecosystem functions and the river functions while developing its city. So in case you don't know anything about Bangladesh, I just want to give you one or two small brief on these. That is like, when people think of Bangladesh, they think of that we have lots of water. But the thing is, that water, as common to the subcontinent, is concentrated to only during the monsoon time. That's only for a few months in the June to September. But rest of the month, you will find drought as well. So I mean, in case of I mean, worldly view, the way I observe that most of the people thinks that only things of Bangladesh having the floods and I mean flooded with waters and nothing more than that. So yes, obviously we do have large rivers as located in the downstream. For example, when I was talking about the two major rivers, one we have on average is like 66,000. And the Ganges River is like almost 48,000 cubic discharge we do receive every year on average. So the way I was saying that we do have many challenges, and as well, the way you have heard about flood, you may not be heard about the drought situation here. The drought is severe to this red highlighted zone, and but most of the areas as well, you can see on the brown color, shows the severe droughts. So the thing is, why I am saying all these things, it's just to give you an overview that when people think of flood, they don't think of the other functionalities. So in case of bottom catchment, when you ignore the functionalities, the way I was mentioning of the catchment features, Dhaka can be taken as an example that what challenges they face, because you know, when you simply grow a city, you want I must say it's like a foreign concept that the city has to be flood free. But being in a floodplain country, being on the downstream, you were thinking to be flood free, flood free city, and that couldn't be right, because you may manage flood, but at the same time, when you like want to protect one city, that means it will over flood to another part of the country. So that what happens. So over the year, by ignoring all the catchment features, the way I was saying that hydrologic features, the meteorological features, there is now in Dhaka no room for free flood flow. So obviously with time we have started to face problems. So what most problems so far we have received right now is like these are the all all issues so far been recognized in the literatures. For example, in case of land, you will find that there are wetland reduction because of the urban growth. You will find like the way I was talking about the huge discharge in the rivers. Dhaka obviously didn't have that much of discharge, but whatever discharge it used to receive, right now they have become like a canal, like a streamed channel. A narrowed down channel. So all of them have, all the wetlands have gone. So we find no more depressions. And then, when the urban growth occurs, you will find lots of informal settlements, and it expands rapidly in case of Dhaka. So why I'm saying all about Dhaka is that maybe being on the mountainous area, you are not rapidly or growing like Dhaka, but maybe the problem we are facing right now, you are going to face 30 years later, the same issues, same challenges, if those, the way I'm saying, the catchment features, the watershed characteristics are not recognized well, and you don't take action right away from now on. So what's happening in Dhaka right now is that, the way I was saying, now we do have rainfall floods, which is cause waterlogging. Then the rivers we have, they are all, most of them are now contaminated. The severe one is the Buriganga, and the other one because of the industrial pollution. And then you will find, because of more and more drinking water demand, the groundwater depletion is severe. I mean, you will find mining, and even it's not about only land and water. With time, when these lands and water issues are coming up side by side, you will find the air pollution as well. For example, right now, Dhaka is the second in world in case of PM 2.5, and PM 10 is also increasing. Then because of those air pollution, we are having total mortality rate high. Then at the same time, hospital is getting congested and having a pressure because of the these huge health problems. So everything is interlinked with each other. So if we think of like other challenges, they are now coming just as if a resultant of the features of not having proper environment for water, not having proper land for as a storage, as storing the flood. So many things right now you will find, like urban heat islands, then the traffic congestions is severe because of the boom of the population. So every kind of problems you can find in case of Dhaka. So why I'm saying all about Dhaka is just because the way I mentioned earlier, that being on the downstream of a watershed, you are supposed to have those floods, as well as they should have supposed to have rooms for those water flows and those river functionalities. I must say that there should be more trees and so many things you already have mentioned a couple of in other presentations so far. I was seeing that the whatever is people demands is more or less same. But when a city grows, people think like that only economic growth is the main concern. But with time, when the situations became worsened, there is no way return back to the good condition that we had earlier, having that kind of city growing. They start to have they will show you all the problems. For example, whatever the way we have, we were trying to see Dhaka from an bird's eye view, that how every water experts now in Bangladesh is thinking of Dhaka, what to do and what was the real problem. So we were trying to simply systematically reviewing what was the problems and how they can be resolved, and how future can be, what future options the water experts are right now talking about. Why we have got so many water experts right now talking? Because in recent times we do have detailed area planning coming up from government. So government was asking for reviews, that what options they are offering and how the water experts or whatever the people living in the Dhaka city is feeling about it, and they wanted to have the feedback, which is really appreciable. So from with that in mind, so many water experts had so many shows, webinars, and short workshops and seminars, so many things just regarding what can be done in case of Dhaka and what really actually went wrong. So through the literature reviews of the government reports, as well as the journals, we also considered what the experts are talking right away at this moment as a solution, what went wrong, so many things. So whoever knows Dhaka, they must know all these people, and all the links given over here is their talk show. So if anyone is interested, they can go and watch themselves what the debate was all about, and how they think that nationally these kinds of challenges can be addressed. So with that in mind, what so far we have found is that the way I was talking in my earlier slides, is that with time we do have have more flood effect rather than earlier, because we are losing our storage depressions, all those wetlands. So the projection is like that there will be like more extreme events is going to be faced in case of this Dhaka. And drainage congestion is really severe. The way I was mentioning, that whenever the rainfall as extreme events comes, Dhaka is not ready to face these kinds of extreme events. So they are trying their hard, but the way I want to place is that sometimes, when you grow with time, you ignored your health, but when you get older, you started to take care of your own health by paying so much money on it. So it is like almost like that. When the city was growing, nobody think of those things, and now they realize that what went wrong, and now there is no point of return. So the way I was mentioning that
Dr. Sara, please present your conclusions in 1 minute, please.
Okay then. So nothing more to say about the problems anymore. These all the things I have covered so far, and the recommendations, the way we placed it, that what can be done, it is more or less similar like the my last presenter presented. So people know the solutions, but they haven't taken any step towards it. And why is that? We feel like that in case of SDG goals, the way we set indicators and quantifiable indicators, we find that whatever solutions people are proposing, they have to have some specific indicators to follow up on those progress. Otherwise, we will keep on saying all these solutions all the time. For example, water urbanization, we talk about decentralization, we talk about that we need to make Dhaka as a sponge city, we need to have more green buildings, we need to consider blue network. So many solutions are there, but no progress you will find so far, just because there is no indicator so far been set to monitor the progress. So at the end, what we are proposing, that there are solutions on the plate, but you have to address them. And the good part of it is that we all recognizing all the solutions in a well manner. But now it's time to take action. And for action, you need to set up specific, not in planning, you need to set some indicators. Just by saying that we will do that kind of thing, we will take care of green city, we will take care take care of I mean decentralizations, but in practice there is no indicator how much centralized how much green buildings now in there, and how much we are targeting for the next year, and what will be the progress in 5 years or so on. So that's my conclusion, is that we do have to take care, otherwise the same problems just like Dhaka maybe your city is going to face in next 30 or 50 years later. Thanks to you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sara.